flicking the bean, churning the butter, diddle yourself, part the pink sea, pet the kitty, polish the pearl, snuff the muff, masturbation. So just a disclaimer, we're going to be talking about masturbation, the female reproductive anatomy. We're going to be showing some interesting pictures. So go into your room, lock your door, put some headphones in, do what you need to do, and listen up. Because no matter your age, your gender, your sex, your orientation, or if you're single or not, you're going to walk away learning something from this. Also, we are going to be referring to people with vaginas as either females or women, just for the ease of conversation's sake. First off, the reason that we are focusing on women's masturbation is because usually men don't need that much help. The statistics that we have say that 7 out of 10 men have reported masturbating, while only 5 out of 10 women have. So let's start with some history. Hysteria. Most people have heard of the word, but very few people actually understand where it comes from. It's actually a Greek word that means wandering uterus. Doctors used to believe that a woman's uterus could detach itself and start moving throughout her body. And when this happened, a woman would essentially become hysterical. In the Victorian era, a woman's pleasure was actually medicalized. So women would walk into a doctor's office to be stimulated with a variety of instruments until climax. They did this to relieve irritability, poor sleeping habits, and a variety of other medical ailments. And it was no surprise that the doctors who performed these services, their appointment books kind of filled up fairly quickly. So, 2 words: chastity belts. They were used to keep young men from touching young women, and also to keep young women from touching themselves. And of course, who had the key? None other but the fathers. Despite the knowledge that we have today, some of the same stigma is still around that same subject. So let's move into some current myths. Myth number 1. Women need something to insert into their vagina like a dildo or a vibrator, and it's always bigger than their male partner's penis. Only 20% of women actually use vaginal insertion when it comes to masturbating. 11% use breast stimulation, and 10% use inner thigh stimulation. 2% used fantasy alone to reach orgasm, and a whopping 84% use clitoral or labial masturbation. Oftentimes, this is done only with handiwork. Only women who are completely desperate and have a crazy sex drive feel the need to masturbate. I get it. Masturbation's not everyone's jam. It's fine. However, an individual's sex drive, it has nothing to do with how desperate they are. It has nothing to do with how crazy or out of control their sex drive is. It's normal to want an orgasm, especially if you are familiar with what an orgasm feels like. Myth number 3, vaginas are gross. Why would you want to touch that? So if you have a vagina, please do not call part of yourself gross. I can guarantee that that type of attitude will carry over into the bedroom, into a sexual situation, and there's nothing worse than being negative about your own body when you're in that type of situation, because that is the opposite of sexy. Just for your own knowledge, your clitoris is on the outside of your body, and its sole purpose is to give you an orgasm. That's it. So listen, society places an unrealistic standard on women, especially young women, to be the gatekeepers of sex. Women are supposed to be in complete control of their sex drives, while men are supposed to have an animalistic, uncontrollable appetite for very specifically women. Women masturbating pulls the plug on a lot of that type of thinking. It's freeing, it's empowering, it has a lot of health benefits, which we'll cover a lot in our next video. And guess what? It feels good. Please comment on the video and share it. We'd love to know what you guys think. All of the research that we have found and all the resources are in the description below the video. And I hope you guys have learned something, and we'll see you guys in our next one.